Hi, I'm David Farrow, and I'm going to read an excerpt from the title story of my Leslie thesis collection, Liminal Spaces. Number 1. The third floor hallway of the Blue Moon Hotel in Jefferson, Rhode Island, 1:26 a.m. You can't sleep, so you take a few pills from your stash and wander into the hall to smoke a cigarette. The wallpaper is disgusting, pale yellow with little pastel flowers, the kinds of colors that are only soothing to infants and suburban housewives. The steady blinking of the smoke alarm glares at you from the ceiling. You stick an unlit cigarette in your mouth and wander down the hall in search of a window or an empty stairwell. The silence gives you goosebumps, or maybe that's just the pills kicking in. You've always hated being awake at hours like this. It feels like you've been woken from a cryogenic chamber while the rest of the world stays frozen. There are sleepers behind all these doors, you think. Tourists resting up for tomorrow's activities, young people sleeping off their secret hookups, addicts snoozing with needles in their arms, evicted families exhausted from hours of apartment hunting, maybe even a few suicidals sleeping the long sleep. These people might as well not exist. You're far away from them, in that lifeless little pocket between midnight and sunrise. How can there be no windows up here? This whole floor is a dizzying maze of corridors, walls stretching out subtly, like an optical illusion. You gnaw on the cigarette and place a hand on the wallpaper to steady yourself. This is a mistake. Your fingers come away sticky. You wipe them on your pajama pants and swear under your breath. Eventually, you find the window. It's tucked around the corner of the maze, right by the ice machine. The problem is that the damn thing doesn't open. You've forgotten that hotels seal up all their windows to keep people from leaping out. You swear again and pry at the frame, but all you do is break a fingernail. Fuck it. There's no smoke alarm up here. You'll take your chances. You reach into your pants pocket to grab your lighter, but your legs buckle under a sudden wave of wooziness. You slump against the ice machine and gasp a little. The cigarette falls from your mouth onto the dirty carpet. You try to get back up, but your head is spinning, and you aren't sure if you just took some bad pills or if you're having a stroke or something. A hand touches your arm. You flinch, but it's only Charlie. Your daughter looks paler than ever under the ghostly hotel light fixtures. Her eyes are heavy with sleep, and her blonde curls are a tangled mess, but she's still prettier than you'll ever be, and you kind of hate her for that. There's pity in her eyes. You kind of hate her for that, too. You okay, Mom? She asks. You struggle to come up with words. I'm fine, you mumble finally, just got a little dizzy. Charlie bites her lower lip. You really should be getting back to bed, she says. You've got to catch the Greyhound early tomorrow. I'm fine, you repeat, but when you try to stand, you swoon again. Charlie reaches out and steadies you against the ice machine. You eye the cigarette on the carpet and feel an unpleasant urge to stick it back in your mouth. Maybe your blood sugar's low, Charlie says. I'll get you a Coke or something. There's a vending machine in the lobby. Okay, you say because you're out of energy to protest anymore. You let yourself drift as Charlie leaves you in the little nook by the window and pads back down the hall. Instead of watching her go, you stare at the pale light fixtures above you. Black specks line their insides, clumps of dust and fly corpses. You close your eyes. When you open them, something has shifted. You feel a swooping sense of displacement. The pastel flowers on the wall have gone fuzzy, and your back is numb from pressing against the ice machine. You blink, rub your eyes, and check your watch. It's been an hour. Your head throbs and your throat is raw. You manage to get back to your feet, although the first step you take is wobbly. Charlie? You call. The hallway swallows your voice. You tread on the fallen cigarette with your bare foot as you wander back into the maze. It's still empty, still that nothing hour, and the world is asleep around you. Charlie, you say again, louder this time, even though it hurts your throat. You turn the corner, and a dark shape at the end of the hall sends a bolt of fear through you. It's not your daughter. It's a man in a thin gray suit, standing totally still, his arms by his sides. His face is a blurry blotch, and at first you think it's because you still have sleep in your eyes. But you blink, and his features refuse to come into focus. It makes you think of a painting that's been smeared, like a brush has obliterated everything about him from the neck up. Has he done something to Charlie? Wait, you shout. The stranger has turned, gliding smoothly around the corner and out of sight. You ignore the pinpricks of pain in your feet and stagger after him. The doors flit past you, Numbers dim and tarnished, and it feels like this hallway will never end. It feels like you've wandered onto a conveyor belt, forever pushing you backwards. But eventually you do reach the other side. The next hallway is a dead end, the only exit a nondescript door leading to the stairwell. You fling it open and hurtle down the first few steps, but a sudden vertigo makes you stop, your hands gripping the railing. You brave a look down. The stairs are old, indents worn to the rubber by years of stomping feet, but there's no one walking them now. The man in the suit is gone. You wonder, sweat beading on your arms, if he was ever there in the first place. Your fingers fumble at the empty box in your pocket. You're out of cigarettes. Thank you.